going on, guys? It's your boys, Frogan Reactions here. My name's Logan.
And my name's Pietrangelo.
And in today's video, we are going to be discussing some rumors and what has happened with the Leafs in the offseason.
Yeah, so let's see what trades are possible, and the Maple Leafs named new assistant coach. So let's get right into the video. Here we go.
So the Maple Leafs named Manny Malhotra assistant coach of the Maple Leafs. If you didn't know, Paul McFarland was our assistant coach, but he took a GM role.
Yeah, so he took on the Kington Frontenacs on the OHL. So we'll see what happens.
And I wish Paul McFarland the best of luck in the OHL. I wish you the best of luck, bud.
Yeah, so he was a great guy, but now we got Manny Malhotra as our assistant coach.
Hopefully he does good with the Maple Leafs. Welcome, Manny. Welcome to the Toronto Maple Leafs.
And he's going to be working alongside Sheldon Keefe. So,
as you already know, Anderson has been a part of the trade talks.
Yeah.
And he's been deep in the trade talks. Mm-hmm. And let's see what trade rumors we could possibly see in the draft.
So here we have a website, leafsrumours.com, and a bunch of people discuss what rumors they think will happen. And we picked a few that caught our eye, so let's see which ones, let's see what rumors for the Leafs that can happen through trade.
So Anderson, Dermott, and the 15th overall selection, plus prospect, to Carolina for James Reimer, 13th overall selection, and Pesci.
Yes, that's quite a big trade, getting rid of Dermott, getting her 13th overall.
I mean, I would love this trade because we get their draft pick. As you already know, we need a goaltender, and James Optimus Rhyme, as you already know, is maybe going to the Leafs. But also that for 13th overall selection, which we could select, Yaroslav Askarov, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and we got another one here.
The Toronto Maple Leafs could trade Janssen and Hall to Florida for Mackenzie Weegar and the third round 2020 selection.
So yeah, that could happen. Another option here says that Toronto could trade Kerfoot to Minnesota for third in 2021. Or we can sign Weegar for $2.25 million for 2 years. There's a lot of rumors there.
So let's talk about the five, because also Pietrangelo has been in the talks. Let's see 5 realistic places he could land. So he could land in your favorite, the Toronto Maple Leafs, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And it is actually looking so much better. I mean, Morgan Rielly with a tandem of Alex Pietrangelo and Morgan Rielly, first line. Second line, Jake Muzzin, Justin Hall.
Yeah.
Third line, Travis Dermott and Mikko Lehtinen.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth line, Rasmus Sandin and someone else.
Yeah, which we don't have yet. Now, in order to afford Pietrangelo, who could at least want $8 million per season, Kyle Dubas will have to make changes throughout the lineup, obviously. He wouldn't necessarily need to move someone as important as Nylander, but fellow forwards Kerfoot and Johnson, $3.4 million and $3.5 million contracts would be traded and replaced with players making less than $1 million. He'd also have to deal with goaltender Frederik Andersen with a $5 million contract and pursue a cheaper option. So they think that they're going to get rid of Andersen, but it would really thin out Toronto's bottom 6 forward group and create some uncertainty between the pipes, but Pietrangelo could be accommodated if the Leafs are that desperate, which we need defense. We are desperate.
I don't think this is gonna happen. It's just 5 realistic. I don't think that the Alex Pietrangelo are going to the Leafs, which is sort of sad.
Yeah,
But-
that's sad. Now, it does say here, Alex Pietrangelo appears committed to meeting with the Leafs and other teams. So, contracts between the Blues and Pietrangelo reportedly show little progress to this point, with the latest updates indicating he was offered $7.7 million per season. Other agents around the league think Pietrangelo will be setting his asking price between $8.5 and $9 million a year if he were to hit the open market. The Leafs, which is one of Pietrangelo's top choices, should become a free agent. Now, by no means does this confirm 100% that he will put pen to paper on October 9th. There's still the possibility of him and his agent using the media as leverage to force the Blues into meeting his salary demands, because the Blues don't want to pay him. That's why.
I think he deserves $8.5 million to $9 million because he's done a lot. He's won a Stanley Cup with the goddamn St. Louis Blues.
Yeah.
Give him some respect and pay the man.
Yeah, now see, Toronto does have $7.8 million cap space at the time of filming, and it won't be easy to clear up more cap space to fit in Alex Pietrangelo, because he's not going to take a 7.8 contract. He wants more. Now, players such as Andreas Johnson, Kerfoot, and Dermott could see themselves traded to shed some room in the cap. Because they're not necessarily necessary, if you know what I mean. Johnson, Kerfoot, Dermott are most likely to be traded. Also, Anderson could be traded too, because right now they're paying him $5 million a season, and that's a lot. And even though we do got to admit, Anderson has been a great goalie, right?
I love him. He's been here for the last 5 years. I really do love him, but at the same time, he's a $5 million contract. And if I were Kyle Dubas, I would trade him away for Carolina, because Carolina's shown some interest that they want Frederik Andersen to be their goalie.
Yeah.
So I would trade him to Carolina for their 13th overall selection, and we draft a defenseman and a goalie prospect in those two. What's the specs of our 15th overall selection is Brendan Schneider. So we can draft him in the 15th overall selection, and if we take Carolina's selection, we can draft Yaroslav Askarov, which is a much good goalie prospect in the NHL draft, and I would love that guy on our team because he's shown that he's the #1 goalie in everywhere. So I would like that. But because the Leafs will have one more year left of Anderson, and Anderson after this year is going to ask for way too much money. So I don't think the Leafs will be able to afford his contract. Might as well trade him away, get something in return.
Yeah, because he's been with the Leafs for 5 years. He hasn't won a Stanley Cup yet. And he's like, oh, if I've been here for 5 years and I haven't won a Stanley Cup, he's going to up his asking price. And the Leafs don't have room to up their price for their goalie. So they're probably going to trade him out and receive a cheaper goalie, but still good goalie.
I think that would be a great idea. Kyle Dubas, if you're watching this, which I think is very unlikely, do us the favor, trade Anderson, because he's not going to want to come back. If he was, he would ask for a lot of money.
And try to do as best as you can to get Pietrangelo. He would be an amazing addition to our defense right now, because as we know, our defense isn't that great. You can trade out Johnson, Kerfoot, and Dermott for Pietrangelo to make room.
You see,
and you can have room if you trade out Anderson. You'll still have more room for a goalie and maybe additional players.
The Blues. This is what I like about. I'm gonna say what about the Blues and the Leafs have that they can trade away. Now, the Blues have every asset is very good, and I don't think they were willing to part for someone like Pietrangelo, even though I think they should part away with Alex Steen or like a guy, you know, of that caliber.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going to go away with Steen yet. But the Leafs have some players that are tradable pieces like Dermott, Kerfoot, and Johnson. So I believe the Leafs have more to give away than the St. Louis Blues. They're just trying to work with what they have. So I think the Blues should leave him alone. Give him a contract, see if he'll accept it. If he won't, leave him alone, go to free agency, and get some, or trade him away for someone much of caliber of Pietrangelo, so you get something in return. But if he goes to free agency, he's gonna get picked up by somebody because they have the cap to do so, and that's probably the Leafs. I hope to God we could live another John Tavares moment.
Yes, from 2018, another John Tavares moment with Alex Pietrangelo. And do you realize how good this would be if we got him? This would up our defense from like here to here because of how good he is. He won St. Louis, the Stanley Cup with St. Louis in 2019. So like that's gonna be pretty intense because the Leafs need better defense.
Yeah.
And if we get, like, we have the offense. We have a powerful offense lineup. Marner, Matthews, Tavares, Nylander. We have our powerful offense lineup. Even adding a few other players here and there would make it much more powerful. And our defense was what we were lacking in because Anderson was perfectly fine. Obviously, we would need cap space to get Pietrangelo.
Yeah.
So we would trade Anderson out, get a cheaper goalie, which isn't so bad because if we get Pietrangelo, it's better because see, here's the option. You keep a good goalie but bad defense, so that all the pressure is on the goalie, or you have very, very excellent defense and so good goalie. Not excellent like Anderson, but a good goalie. So he might let in maybe 1 or 2 goals here and there, but you have excellent defense to help. And I think that's what you need, better defense than a goalie. That's why we need Pietrangelo.
But if you could do us the favor, trade Anderson, Kyle Dubas, get the 13th overall selection, so you have 2 drafts picks in the first round, 13th and 15th. So if you can do us the favor, trade Anderson for the 13th overall selection.
And Reimer and Pesci.
Maybe add them, but I don't think so. Trade away Anderson for the 13th overall selection, 1-for-1, because I think they will accept because they get the better player, but we get a draft pick, which is important.
Yeah, so this is going to be an intense draft. We're going to be watching it. We're going to be covering everything that happened with the trades after the draft. So stay tuned for those videos, and yeah, that's it.
And we will also be recapping the draft lottery selection of the Leafs. So there's actually a poll where people, 368 people voted on this poll. When free agency opens, Pietrangelo will be on the Blues, on the Leafs, be on some other team, or be eating some delicious baked ziti.
Yeah, that means, I think we know what that means. Not playing NHL, which is not going to happen.
So, 37% of you say he's going to be on the Blues. 36% of you thinks he's going to be on the Leafs. Cross my heart, please. Be on some other team gets 18 votes.
67 votes, 18%.
Yeah. And eating some delicious ziti gets 9% of the votes.
32 exactly votes out of all the votes. So as you can see, 137 votes for him staying on the Blues, or 132 votes for him going to the Leafs.
So
as you can see, it's neck and neck, very close. So a lot of people are thinking that this could happen, that the Leafs could acquire defense Alex Pietrangelo, which I hope that I see that headline. Leafs acquire Alex Pietrangelo. I want to see that headline.
Maybe. I think Kyle Dubas
go out. I hope he pull through for us. The Leafs really need a defense star like this.
Because let me tell you something. I think no one will be talking bad of you because all you guys that think you're Kyle Dubas haters, everyone out there, I don't like those people because they are Kyle Dubas haters. And what has Kyle Dubas has done?
He's done nothing wrong. So don't hate on Kyle Dubas. He's going to make some good decisions in the next few weeks. So in the next month or so. So stay tuned for the NHL draft and more to come.
We will be doing a free agency results and also the NHL draft results.
Yeah, so stay tuned for those videos coming soon. So that's it for today's video, guys.
If you want to like, comment, subscribe, and if you can do us the favor, hit the notification bell and write in the comments, who do you think Pietrangelo will go to? What team?
Blues, another team you might have in mind.
Or go to eat some delicious Zahidi.
Yeah, what do you think of that? Now, we did check in our YouTube studio.
The analytics.
Our analytics, yeah, for our watch time from subscribers.
And 65.6% of you guys are not subscribed. So if you could do us the favor, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss an upload.
We would love for you guys to subscribe. It would mean a lot to us. That would really show us your support so we can grow our channel and make videos for more and more people in the future, because we're not stopping here.
No.
Because we want to go big or go home, you know what they say?
And join the Frogan clan! Yeah!
Yeah, so only 34% of you are subscribed. So
and we love you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate everything you have done for us. We did not expect to go to this point. So we appreciate you 34% of people, 65%. Join the Frogan clan and press that subscribe button. And so you don't miss an upload.
Yeah, so thanks everyone for watching and we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace!